This term of endearment bonded the two groups, who saw themselves as kindred spirits united by the disdain they engendered in the moral majority. After the last call for alcohol, the merrily pickled swarm would spill out from Voodoo and lurch down Apollo Bandar Promenade, past the gateway to the bylanes of Tulloch Road, and once there, effect a rear door entry into the other gay-friendly bar in town. Gokul's was a grey, cement-walled, dour establishment, popular only because it stayed open late and served booze cheaply by the quarter bottle. Outside on the street, the legendary Bade Mian conjured up piquant baidap rotis and Sikh kebabs, which were devoured by the famished fabulous flock before they took wing for their nocturnal trysts. Zishan would have been mortified to learn that his Mamu, a portly 40-year-old when he arrived in Mumbai, would nightly troll these bars seeking companionship. You see the wonderful use of language, the vivid imagery, the turn of phrase that keeps you engaged in every sentence, bringing alive the city, its people, its places, and while doing so, telling a wonderful story, in this case of the paparazzis of Mumbai, whom we all salute collectively today. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Kabir. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful.
In this room. Thank you all for coming out on a Sunday evening. God knows I would have been tucked into bed. Bless you. You know, we all need to get by with a little help from our friends. And I'm going to call on Atul Kasbekar, who's just been so generous with his time and talent. The very dapper, in a tuxedo, Atul Kasbekar. Yeah, baby. Bless you, Baba. Request you for a quick word, if I may.
I'm just glad that the next male voice that came up after Kabir was his. Because otherwise, I was hoping for a Shamitab kind of moment where you could sort of
it would be very shabby tab, let me assure you.
Yeah, you can't show up after him and hold a microphone and say anything. Listen, when Fahad spoke to me about the idea, and before he could finish his sentence, I said yes. My colleagues who've been shooting the red carpet and all sorts of other fabulous images that really make up a lot of the visual matter in our magazines and newspapers, are old friends, all by face, some by name, and they do a remarkable job, and I love them to death. And having said that, I have to say there's been a lot of assignments in a 20+ year career that I've done, which involved some really famous people, but I had such a good time doing this one. It was an absolute blast, honestly. So, I really mean this. It was, and it sort of reminds you when you have moments like this as to why you quit chemical engineering deciding to become a photographer, because it's moments like this when you're almost in a meditative state of complete oneness in what you're doing, and this was one of those, and it was great. So thank you, really. I need to thank you. I'm hoping I'm not on page 48 of the book or something.
The problem about writing about the paparazzi who aspires to become a famous commercial photographer, it's a bloody no-brainer as to who you might be thinking I've based this novel on. Let me assure you, it has nothing to do with this man over here. He is just pure talent. There is not an iota of evil as there is in the other one.
Okay, so I'm not on 148 either. So okay, good. But many thanks, congratulations, and I hope this one tops Scandal Point.
Thank you. I'm going to request you to stay on here. What does one say about the mercurial Kabir Bedi? You have been so generous, so entirely and utterly generous. I mean, really, and then you bestow this honor of giving voice to my words. I'm overwhelmed. May I please request you back on stage? Please. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our chroniclers of the red carpet, the spunky, super talented Ashwini Sawant. Woo! A legend in his own lifetime, Pradeep Bandekar. His exceedingly handsome son, Prathmesh Bandekar, is unfortunately not here, but the veteran of 25 years, the man who didn't know how to load a film and is today supplying pictures all over the world, the very dashing Yogen Shah. Thank you. A man who could well be mistaken for Amartya Sen, the very professorial Ashish Rane. The bold but still exceedingly beautiful Kedar Nene. I love how the par cans are picking up the highlight of your head, my friend. Beautiful. Viral Bhayani, who you all saw over there, is an MBA, classic press photographer, professional to the core, took on an assignment 2 months ago to shoot a wedding in Alibag, and that is where he is. So he is here, but he is here in spirit, God knows. And Manoj Sharma, man for all seasons. Come on up, my friend. Thank you. I'm going to request Kabir to say something very special.
You know, all these people have immortalized so many famous people. They have photographed so many people. Today, all of us, in a sense, are paparazzis because we all have our mobile phones. So may I request you all to take out your mobile phones and photograph the paparazzis and make this an event where they are in front of the camera and we make that something for them to remember that they are the ones being photographed.
Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Now, lest we forget, there are other paparazzis here who are shooting from behind and around here. Please turn around and photograph the people behind us as well, because they are part of the paparazzi brigade. Please photograph them as well. There you go. Okay, we are grateful to them, and also, Fahad, such a brilliant idea you had to base this entire novel of yours, spellbinding as it is, on the lives of people that have given us so much in this industry and in the media. Thank you for that, and congratulations to you all. You are representatives of a great tribe that keeps alive the images of all the people that people want to know about. Thank you so much for your contribution.
I'm delighted to announce that the bar is now open. God knows I'll be hitting it first, and dinner will be on shortly.
I remember Shifali